Welcome to part 3, I think. Word, city, town, voice, Volga, which is the name of a river, such a pretty name. Window, water, mountain, foot, or leg. Moscow. Is it Moscow or Moscow? I feel like Moscow sounds really cool, so I'm gonna go with Moscow. Mosquito, lock, mysterious, kind of like one of those lore about a certain city. There's a river called Volga that has this kind of ancient lore that if you follow the wrong path, you will be bitten by a mosquito at the very end. I was gonna say you will be like, attacked by a swarm of mosquito, but I feel like that's a little too gruesome. But the scary thing still is that if you don't know fast enough, you'll get locked away by the mosquito. Like maybe it'll get really big and then just kidnap you. So how do you find the right path? There's a couple clues. Never lose sight of the mountain till you're at the foot or the leg of the mountain. Most people would say that, but the real locals will tell you you got to listen to the voice. It comes from the water. If the water is actually starting to sound a little low, deeper, you're going the wrong path and go back. Clue number 2, eventually you'll approach a bunch of buildings with window. Keep a really close look. There's gonna be one window that has a word on it. It tells you the name of the city or the town you're headed for. But also the name of the city or the town is the wrong one, then also go back. So yeah, there's 2 things: the voice of the water and the word in the window that tells you the city or the town. And the river that you're following is the Volga River. There's a story. It's gonna help me remember maybe. The word for word is slava. I really can't think of an association to help me remember this, so I'm gonna skip that for now. A word for city or town is gorod. Makes me think of Garrett. Every time you visit this town, pay your homage to this guy called Garrett. The guy called Garrett is the king of the freaking town. Gorod. So it's either that, Gorod, Garrett, pay your homage to him, or Gorod sounds like the sound that those carriages that horses in olden days. You're entering a town or a city, usually it opens up a scene in the movie with that horses pulling and you see people walking, what's about to happen. Voice is galok. It's so similar to city and town. Oh, so you remember the story how it's you got to remember its voice. The voice of what? The voice of the water. What kind of sound does the water make? Galak. Maybe that's where the word came from. Okay, Volga is Volga. It's the name of a river. And window is okna. Window is made from oak. Okna. It sounds like a really fancy freaking, not just oak, it's okna. Window is made of oak. It's got to be oak, sis. Water is voda. Very easy. Mountain is Gora. Girl. That sounds like the name of a mountain. Maybe there's a lot of gorilla in the mountains. Gorilla, Gora. No. If it's a name of an animal, it would be the name of something mythical. Which gorilla could easily be. Have you seen a gorilla? Girl. Gora. Foot or leg is Noga. That's such a beautiful way to say. If you're gonna compliment someone's leg or foot, this would be the perfect word. I'm calling that part of your body luxury brand name. I imagine someone who's a native Russian hearing this and be this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Oh, it sounds so fancy because it's a foreign language to me. Moscow is Moskva. I think a lot of Russian words. When I say a lot of Russian words, it's only the very few words I've read so far. It has a lot of va. If you're gonna think of the Russian word of the word Moscow, it's probably gonna have some kind of va in it. So it's Moskva. Mosquito is komar. It sounds like a perfect word for a mosquito because mosquitoes are so annoying. No tea, no shade. Every animal's trying to do what it's gotta do, but it sounds like a word that's kind of okay, this is an annoying freaking animal. It's like the word comer in Spanish, where it's eat. Mosquitoes, instead of eating something that's not us, it decides to freaking eat us. So it's instead of being comer, it's you freaking komar. That doesn't really make sense, but it might help me remember. So lock is zamok. Zamak. Zamak sounds like smack. When do you smack your lips? You smack your lips when I'm about to eat some tasty ass food. So maybe that's the sound that the mosquito is gonna make. It's not the sound that the lock is gonna make, it's the sound that this mosquito is gonna make when it locked you away. That sounds so scary. I don't know why I chose. It's just the first thing that came to mind. Okay, so zamak. So remember the lore. The komar is gonna zamak. Okay, I really can't think of a way to remember the word which is Slavo or Slava. So I'm just gonna go with Bratislava. I imagine those games. Have you ever played one of those games where, oh, this is such a fun game. One person stands in the middle and you gotta run past it. There's a line they stand on. They can move only on the line and you gotta run past it. If you can't think of the word of the category, the person can be color. And everyone would try to say, if you can't think of a word, you got to run faster than they can catch you. So I'm thinking okay, maybe one of the words that, city names, Bratislava, Slava. I'm just gonna go with it. I can't think of anything else. Okay, so word is Slava. I remember the word mountain because of the gorilla. Gora. And water is voda. It's easy, it's the same. Moscow is Moskva. Foot or leg is all you feet fed. Nova. Damn, it's Noga. Close. So Nova is really fancy, but you gotta remember that when it comes to feet and leg, at the end of the day, they are still parts of your body that are very like athletic. Not I'm gonna take you on a date to a luxury restaurant and like fine dine on like a yacht, not do anything fancy dress, but like I'm gonna take you on a date to like maybe the Hunger Games kind of thingy, run through a maze, like work in a mine, and just instead of buying you the ring, we can make the ring ourselves kind of energy. I lost track. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. So it's still like, you know, like you're not complimenting their eyelashes, you're complimenting their feet and leg. It's still gotta have some sort of like to it. So it's not Nova, it's Noga. Window, what the fuck is a window? Okna. Oh, oak. Oak. It's made from oak. Valga is Valga. Voice is, I remember this one. It's a voice of a water. Gulag. Golok. Close, yes. City or town. Garrett. Garot. 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 Mosquito is the annoying one. Komar. And lock is like this lip smacking sound, like what the Zamok. Smack. Lip smacking sound? Smack. Zamok. Lock.